I've been under the weather. I'm kind of lost my voice a little bit, but I just had to get this message out to you today. So please share it with every black person you know. Malcolm X said, "Who taught you to hate yourself?" It's one of the greatest lines I've ever heard Malcolm X say, because when we answer the question, you realize that it was them all along behind the division in the black community. The oppression that exists in the black community in the U.S. and any other colonized country is deeply rooted in a long history of systemic racism, economic exploitation, and social marginalization. These systems of oppression don't just create external barriers, they also impact black people's perception of themselves and their communities and our possibilities in life. When marginalized people unconsciously absorb negative messages about themselves and others like them, often as a way to survive or make sense of a world that constantly devalues black people, while simultaneously monetizing our black culture to benefit their generational wealth. Historical oppression is connected, of course, to slavery, Jim Crow laws, redlining, and mass incarceration. These have all functioned to keep black people in positions of social, economic, and political disadvantage. The education system. Schools in predominantly black neighborhoods are often underfunded and over-policed, reinforcing a sense of limited possibility and lack of safety. Media representation. Stereotypical portrayals of black people in media as criminals, hypersexualized, or unintelligent shape public perception and self-perception. Economic disparities. The generational wealth gaps, employment discrimination, and limited access to quality health care disproportionately affect black families. When people are exposed to systemic injustice over generations, they may start to internalize the dehumanizing narratives placed on them. This often manifests in the form of self-doubt, lateral aggression, hurting others in our groups, in our communities. Hopelessness. You'll hear things like black people don't support each other. This mindset often stems from divide and conquer tactics historically used by them to pit our people against one another. And while there are very real struggles around resource scarcity and trauma, this belief can discourage unity and collaboration in the black community, and it does. Colorism, where black people with darker skin or kinkier hair are viewed as less attractive or less professional, even by other black people. Then you have anti-intellectualism, or fear of acting white. In some environments, academic achievement is seen as betraying one's black identity, which is a direct result of how white supremacy has tried to define intelligence as a white trait. This belief limits black youth from pursuing excellence because they fear being ostracized by their peers for acting white. Then you have hypermasculinity and emotional suppression in black men in response to a society that consistently threatens black men with violence and incarceration. Some adopt hypermasculine behaviors as a defense mechanism. This can lead to emotional repression, lack of vulnerability, and toxic masculinity, all coping mechanisms that ultimately hurt black men and the people around them, black women and children. The crab in the barrel mentality. This is the idea that black people pull each other down instead of lifting each other up. It reflects the impact of centuries of exclusion from resources and opportunity, which can create a scarcity mindset where people believe there's not enough success to go around. Then you have respectability politics. Some black people feel pressured to behave or speak in a certain way to be accepted by white society, assimilating. This can include code switching or distancing themselves from black culture in public spaces. Where it can be a survival strategy, it often reinforces the idea that blackness is inherently less than. Black people will feel more whole and at peace with themselves if we get to this place of letting go of oppressive mindsets. Your confidence will grow. You'll stop believing the limitations that this society and others like it put on the black community. It opens doors to pursue your dreams unapologetically. You will walk through this world unapologetically black. The only way to live. That's the way I live because I am free from that oppressive mindset. We must reclaim our culture, our history, our language, foster self-love and dignity. We must begin to see our blackness as a strength and not a liability. And this is the first step to global black unity. Our unity is our strength, our desire to lift each other up. That is the only way out for black people. Unity. And you can't have unity if you are still oppressed in your mind. Liberation starts from within. When black people free their minds from the lies of white supremacy, they reclaim their power, their creativity, their joy. And that shift doesn't just transform individuals, it transforms communities and futures. That is what is on the line here today. We have a Black Unity rally coming up June 7th right here in Chicago. And this is not like other rallies. We're not just going to get together just to talk about all that is wrong and then everybody goes home. No, we're going to get together and unite. So if you want to be a part of this movement, if you want to be a part of the change that you want to see in your black community, then come out to this Black Unity rally. Sign up to be a volunteer for the numerous projects and programs that we're ready to push forward in not only Chicago, but all over the United States to rebuild and protect every black community that exists in this world. If that sounds like something you want to be a part of, make your way to Chicago June 7th for our first of many Black Unity rallies. As always, I love you, black man. I love you, black woman. Knowledge is power. Power to the people.